coloring your Chocobo in Final Fantasy XIV Online. Stick with me because I'm about to help you do that. Hey everybody, this is Mystic with Mystic Shepherd Gaming. Hello my wolf pack, and thank you all for watching. Okay, so you want to color your Chocobo. You're running around with a millicorn yellow Chocobo and you see all these other colors and you're like, how do I do it? I buy my seeds at my grand company, the Hunt Billmaster at my grand company. And you would go to like the miscellaneous items. You could see here the Regan pepper that actually will redo all of your Chocobo's traits. On a side note, see apple seeds, plum pits, pear seeds, valfruit seeds. These are all the seeds that you would grow the fruit from to change the color of your Chocobo. Now you're saying, well, how do I know what fruit to buy? I don't want to buy all those fruit. Go online and look up Chocobo Color Calculator. You can spell it C-O-L-O-R or C-O-L-O-U-R. It'll show up either way. You can find the color calculator online and it'll tell you how many fruit to buy. Then you would need to look up how many fruit you get for each seed. I think you get like 6 or 8 per seed. So don't buy too many seeds unless you want to sell some, which is great too. If you grow it, sell it. All right, so I put them all, or I'm about to. No, they're not in order right now. I'm showing you here, or as you can see, I'm moving them around. What I'm doing is I'm putting them in the order that I would feed to my Chocobo. All right, so I decided on Void Blue. I couldn't decide between a Void Blue and Ink Blue, and here's the thing. If you've already colored your Chocobo, or if it's on a different like deepness scale, it may not turn out because this is all HTML coding. It's not real life. It's coding, C-O-D-I-N-G, coding. So it may not exactly turn out perfectly the first time. Often it does, but you may be one shade off. So don't be too disappointed. At least there's a color calculator out there that'll get you within one shade or the shade you're looking for. All right, and you also need to make sure that you're just prepared to go slow. Take your time. Be also prepared that you may not remove your Chocobo from the stables for 6 hours. Oh, and before I forget, yes, you must have access to a stables, whether it's in your own house, the FC, or your apartment building that you live in the game with your character. You must have a stables to be able to do this. You cannot just do it out in the world because, of course, they have to be stabled for 6 hours. Again, take your time, go slow. There is one color calculator out there that on my cell phone anyway, you can actually check off each time, each piece of fruit you feed. That way you don't lose track. What I've always done is I wrote it down. Wrote down, okay, I just fed them this, and then go on to the next one. I just fed them this. Or you can pre-write the order, because it does give you an order also. If you scroll down to after it tells you what fruit to feed, it'll say, do you want to see the order that you would feed it in? And you click on it and it'll give you the order. You can either use that or write it down, pre-write it down, and then scratch it off each one you feed. That way there's no mistakes, because believe me, it gets distracting doing it for, I think in total, it was like 18 minutes. I did this at 4 or 6 times speed, so there was no way I was going to subject you to 18 minutes of feeding him valfruit and ogo berries and, apples, right? Or pears, apples, and berries. And so, just take your time. I cannot stress that enough. And again, you have to do it in the order that they do it, because this is all coding. It is not real life. It is not where you can just feed them all one stack of one thing. So if you know somebody who's, has little patience, or is maybe, how do I put this, a child in the game and they want to do this, then really, guide them through this, because this is a long process to not have it turn out. If you are like 12, 13 years old, just make sure, if you're watching this video, make sure you take your time, put some music on, jam out to even this music, right? Then take your time, feed it in the order it says it to feed them in. And just, again, I can't say it enough. Be prepared that after all that time, you may be one shade off. And that's not really a big deal in the grand scheme of things. For me, I appreciate that these people, these different people is how I should put it, came out with their color calculators, so I don't have to sit here and be like, okay, how do I learn how to change the color of my Chocobo? You don't even have to learn it, you just follow their calculator. Again, I just can't say thank you enough to those who have come out with their color calculators, because for me it would just be like, yeah, okay, I'll just run around with a yellow one because I'm not going to do it. Not that I'm lazy, but that's a lot of thought process. And for all the different colors that they came up with, that's amazing. All right, so here I am. I'm at the end of feeding Talons. That's my Chocobo's name. I named him Talons, and I kept it that way. He's been white almost the whole time I've been playing for over 5 years. I think I tried to make him ink blue, not ink blue, geez, ice blue, that really baby ice blue initially, and I decided I wanted to make him white afterwards, so he's been white the majority of the time. So here he is, he's been fed, and we're gonna wait 6 hours, and here we are the next morning, because I decided not to come back till the next day. Oh, he's a blue, but I can tell you right now, I saw it, I'm like, wait, that's the other blue I wanted. So, ink blue. I wanted, again, void blue. But the thing is like I said, I couldn't decide between the two, and I knew that also there was a chance he wasn't going to come out exactly the color, because there's no guarantee what color Snow White, where I was in the scale, the coding scale in the Snow White itself. So that's why there's no guarantee sometimes that you'll come out exactly the color you want. But it was a happy accident, because ink blue was my choice, and void blue was my choice. I couldn't decide between the two, but I went for void. I got ink. So I kept it that way. Now what you can do here, if you kind of like the color, here's when you can take your Chocobo back out of the stables. Don't put his stuff back on, his barding. Take him back out, and you could see I'm still looking at him like, do I like this or don't I like this? The black on the ends of the tail feathers don't show up quite as much, but let's go ahead and take him out. And I fast traveled to, in a sunny area, but of course it was raining in the game, so everything is all shiny and slick looking. I'm like, oh, come on. But I looked, and I'm like, you know what? I like this. I like it a lot, and I'm going to leave it this way. But here's the thing. If you don't like it, then you put him back in the stables and you do the color calculator one more time. I can guarantee you, just one more time, it's like a couple pieces of fruit. It'll be the color you want. So I hope this helped you. Please remember to smash that like button, ring the bell to be alerted for future videos, and hit subscribe. Have a great day. Thank you all, my wolf pack, and I will talk to you next time.